Today we will integrate with questions first. So we'll clear all our questions and answers.
Our soul is a speck of divine consciousness. So that means there is divinity inside him. So if there is divinity inside him, why it goes into bad karma?
A baby is a baby. You cannot expect a baby to be an adult. The baby will crawl. The baby cannot run. It's just a baby, but it will eventually run. In the beginning incarnations, the soul is a very small infant soul, baby soul. The soul is trying to adjust to the new environment because the soul has come from higher dimensions. The soul is new to the planet Earth situations. The soul is trying to adjust. So initially, the soul is focused on only survival, very harsh conditions on the planet Earth. The soul is focused on survival. Then eventually, in the process of discovering its own divinity, it goes through a lot of stages. The child will do a lot of naughty things, a lot of mischief things. Don't think the bad karmas are something evil. Bad karmas are the tools to learn lessons. Karmas, you should understand the karmas are the tools to learn lessons. Karmas are helpful for soul evolution. So karma is not a punishment. It is a way to learn. You do the mistake and through mistakes you learn. Everybody learns through mistakes. Okay. It is a natural process.
Garlic, it was created by dark forces. So could you tell it about how actually these dark forces or evil forces, they actually came into being?
See, there is two sides. Like we have white brotherhood. Okay. Similarly we have dark brotherhood. Okay. There are two parties. White brotherhood live and struggle and they die for the cause, for the divine cause. They are white brotherhood. Okay. Similarly, black brotherhood, they live, they even die for their cause of their own agenda, which is like control, domination. For example, on the planet Earth, you see there are two parties. The first, you have souls who work for the betterment of the whole planet Earth, who work for peace. Mm-hmm. And there are souls, for example, ISIS, the terrorist groups who wants to use the gun to terrorize everybody and to control and dominate. So they live, they struggle, and they die for their cause. So you have white brotherhood, you have dark brotherhood.
Okay.
Two parties. So when I say it is created by the dark forces, you have to understand the dark forces were also part of the divine. There is no separation. The dark forces were also once upon a time angels, but they were misguided angels working towards the opposition party. Mm-hmm. Okay, so in the bigger picture, everything is divine. In the bigger picture, everything is divine. But these dark forces, what we are referring to, they are misguided souls.
Okay.
They are the souls who are not in alignment with the divinity. They are not in alignment with the creation. They are misguided. So they work towards their own cause. But eventually, over a period of time, this dark also will come to the white only. Okay, it's a constant game. It's a maya.
So maybe like end of Kali Yuga, start of Satyug. That
it's not. Yeah, the yugas plays a role, but it's all about the individual soul. Okay. You see, you have dark, you have white, but there is something in between gray area. There is a gray between white and black. You have black brotherhood, white brotherhood, and in between there is a gray area. That means the gray area people, they are doing bad things, but somewhere they have that feeling that, oh, maybe I should not do this. Even though they are doing bad things, but they are ready to change. But they don't have any guidance how to change. They want to change, but they don't know how to change. So because they don't know how to change, they are stuck in doing bad things. That is called gray area. Okay. So first the gray area will come to the white. First black, gray, white.
Yeah, and I remember you told that even in the astral planes, I think there are lower dimensions and higher dimensions, something like
the lower dimensions are nothing but these dark negative people. They go because in the astral worlds, the astral worlds are the worlds of thoughts, emotions, feelings. So these negative people, they have negative thoughts. So they manifest negativity because of their own negative thoughts, they manifest. There is no hell, there is no suffering. In the God's creation, there is no hell and there is no suffering. But because of their own negative thoughts, they create the hell for themselves. It is their own creation.
Blood donation from the spiritual perspective, is it will it be considered as service? Is there karmic interference, just like organ donation?
Naturally, there is karmic interference in general. As a general, it is karmic interference is there, but exceptions are always there. Every law has an exception. As a law, no, but exceptions are there. But you have to, in case of emergencies or in case of your own soul guidance that you have to do it, then the exceptions, that's the exceptions. When it comes to blood donation, I'm speaking, when it comes to blood donation, as a general rule, no.
Yes.
But exceptions are there.
Yes, like if suppose in my family member, someone is seriously ill and he requires.
No, but you have to be very careful whether you are guided to give. You have to see his own evolution. You have to be evolved to a certain extent to see that whether he is ready to go, it is as per his planning that he wants to go, or he wants to live, or if he lives, is there a further progress for him? Is he going to do more good karmas? What is the other party's soul evolution? And are you giving it out of pity or out of attachment, or are you giving it as a pure witness? Is it your divine guidance to give it? So you have to consider so many factors. So that is an exception.
Sir, I want to know about past life regression. How effective it is for clearing bipolar or depression issues.
Regression might help, but it all depends on how willing they are to learn the lessons and integrate the lessons in general. Generally, regression might be helpful for people, for non-meditators. But once you come into meditation, you don't need regression. Once you are a meditator, once you are into Rajayoga, you don't need any regression. For non-meditators, it might help, depending on the acceptance of the soul to learn the lessons and integrate the lessons of the day-to-day life.
The other day you talked about Brahmalok and Satyalok. I would like to know if there is also a Gou Loka, like in the Hindu text we read about Gou Loka Vrindavan, where Radha Krishna is with the gopis are enjoying their pastimes. So is there truly a Gou Loka as well?
There is no such thing like Goloka. Okay, so you have to read, if you want to understand what are the worlds, what are the worlds after death the human goes through, you have to read a lot about Theosophical Society books. Okay, so when you read Theosophical Society's book by Annie Besant, Leadbeater, you have to read the books by, Devakarmic planes, astral planes. When you read this book, you will understand they did a lot of research on the lokas after death. Okay. So you please read books, madam. You will understand, because it's
right. Okay. Thank you.
It's a very big subject, and you have to be sincere. If you are sincere to know the answers, you will get the answers by reading the books. After you read the books, if you have any doubts, you please ask.
I just have a quick question. Like, for example, when I do the meditation, my head falls down unknowingly without I feel like it goes down but to the left side, and then I try to come back when I realize, and that's the only disturbance I have.
You see, in meditation, your body goes through its own energy realignment. So let it be natural. Okay, if the head is going forward, backwards, let it be natural. You don't need to worry about it. Don't worry about your body in your meditation, if it is taking its own positions. But if that is disturbing you, if that position, for example, your head is falling and you are feeling pain, you are not comfortable. So then you make yourself comfortable. So then you come back to the Sukhasana, to the comfortable posture. But don't worry about the head falling. At the moment you notice any discomfort, then make yourself comfortable. Okay, but it is normal. No need to be worried about it. Especially for the beginners, all those energy realignments will happen. Sometimes if you are very tired also, the head will fall naturally. So don't be worried about it. Focus on the breath. But the moment you feel uncomfortable, it is necessary you have to make yourself comfortable. So then you come back, stretch a little bit, make your neck adjustments and continue meditation.
When I meditate and I concentrate on my breath, I feel I'm consciously doing it. I'm not able to do it naturally and follow it naturally. So where I'm going wrong?
You're not going wrong anywhere. In the beginning, it is like that. But when you do it in the beginning, you are the witnessing doesn't happen in the beginning. In the beginning, you feel like you are breathing and you are breathing out. So you are
Yes,
breathing in and you are breathing out.
Like actually, maybe I took a lecture by Swami Rama on breathing. So there was in that lecture, I practiced that that you breathe when you breathe in, you breathe from the tailbone to the head and then breathe out. So I have been practicing that, though I'm not perfect in it, but I tried to practice. So when I do meditation, I feel that is my breath is in my backbone. So what is it? I don't know how to handle it.
Yes. That's why I'm saying in the beginning, it will be like that. For anybody, in the beginning, the witnessing doesn't happen. They feel like they are breathing and they are breathing out in the beginning. The witnessing will happen naturally over a period of time when you focus on your breath. In the beginning, you use a little bit of mind towards observing the breath. That is natural. In the beginning, you use a little bit of mind. Naturally, the witnessing comes with practice. But since you have already practiced another technique,
yes,
so you have to neutralize that habits also. It might take a little longer, but the only way is go forward without doubting the process and trust the process and sincerely make an effort to observe. The witnessing will happen. It comes with practice. Okay, so this is the problem. If you don't know the science behind it and you practice something, if you practice any other things, then to neutralize it, you have to make an extra effort to neutralize that first, and then we have to begin. It is like you are coming from negative to neutral, and from neutral you have to go. That's why to understand the theory is very important. To understand things and the theoretical subject, the theoretical understanding is very important. The foundation should be strong. If the foundation is not strong, then you have to break the foundation and build a new foundation.
Yes.
So that's okay. It's an experience for you. Okay. Yeah. No need to worry and no need to judge. Continue, madam. Practice. Only practice makes you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, sir.
When someone is called Mahan, is it like Yogi, Rishi, Maharishi, Brahmarshi? Mahan is in which level?
Mahan means Maha-Anma. Maha means great soul. Once you are into non-violence, then you become a great soul. Mahan is a general description. You are a great soul. That's all. Who is called a great soul? A soul which respects every life. A soul which is into non-violence. A soul which is into non-interference. A soul which respects others' evolution. A soul which respects its own evolution. It's a great soul. It's a Mahan.
Like bigger plants, can we plant it in a smaller pot? I don't feel good when keeping it, like not giving them freedom to grow.
You mean to say like bonsai? Like bonsai?
Yes.
Okay. So you are interfering in its evolution, actually.
Yes. Okay.
That's not right.
As you said, karma is not a punishment, and it's a learning, it's a lesson. So, for example, if I kill a person and he doesn't have any family also, so there is no residue of karma also. And if I understand and I learn that lesson, I understood completely that okay, killing is not good karma, and so I don't repeat that karma. So, is it mean that karma is neutralized, cleared?
So you are asking a question. You did something and you regretted it. You learned the lesson, and so if you learn the lesson, is the karma gone completely?
Yes.
See, when you learn the lesson, yes, you are out of the karmic chain. One portion of your karma is already gone. One part is gone, but there is another part of account settlement. You have interfered in his life. You killed him and he has to vacate the body. So you have interfered in his evolution. So that karmic debt has to be settled. So how can that be settled? Even though you regret it, even though you learn the lesson, even though you're out of the chain. You're out of the chain means you're not going to repeat the same mistake. So when you're not going to repeat the same mistake, that means you're not going to be in the loop. So you're out of the loop. but still the account settlement has to be there. So the account settlements happen, the more you do good karmas, the more the account settlements happen. So 1 unit of good karma balances 1 unit of bad karma after learning the lessons. So account settlement is also very important. That is, karma is taking responsibility. You have to be responsible for every action you do. You have to take responsibility. So account settlement is part of the learning process.
We don't know how many karmas we did in past.
That's why simply focus on doing more good karmas. That's all. You don't need to know what karmas you have done in the past, but what you can do this moment, focus on that. Focus on doing good karmas. Focus on doing whatever the good karmas you can do. Focus on doing that. That is very important. Don't waste your time whether this good karma will neutralize that or this. No, just simply do. Focus on doing more good karmas, because that will support you. That will support your evolution. Having the trust, keep on doing good karmas as a witness consciousness. That I am not doing it, but it's happening through me. So get into the witness consciousness.
Related to this, you said like whenever your eyes are open, you should be mindful, and whenever your eyes are closed, you are in meditation. I have a habit whenever I'm doing something, I'm thinking each and every person about the situations came in my life, and I'm trying to understand the lessons for me. So it takes a lot of energy.
You cannot understand the lessons by thinking. No, the lessons are understood when you are in deep calmness. The lessons are understood when your mind is empty. When the lessons are understood when you are peaceful. When you think you can analyze and try to learn the lessons, you are mistaken. Lessons are soul lessons, not mind lessons. So you cannot use your mind to understand the lessons. So in the stillness, in the calmness, you realize your lessons. You understand your lessons. That comes as a natural understanding without you making an effort. Your only effort is to calm your mind, empty the mind. The understanding comes naturally.
I did a course with a life coach, spiritual life coach. They told us a lot of rules and regulations.
You have to undo a lot of things. So that's why it is very important. You have to teach meditation right from the childhood. You have to teach meditation to the children so that they don't go through all those processes and then make an effort to undo it and then start from zero. Okay. So whatever the training you have gone through the past, you have to undo it.
I learned Reiki also from there only to heal myself. So what you said yesterday, you should stop chanting for 40 days and try it. So I'm trying that. I stopped Reiki completely and I'm only meditating. So let's say I have this plan for 40 days. So if it works, I will stop Reiki completely.
Naturally, you have to do experiment. But when you're doing the experiment, put your 100% efforts and be sincere and be scientific. Scientific means having a neutral perspective. You are not towards this and you are not towards that. You are being neutral and you are just going with, you're open-minded. Okay, so this is scientific temper. You are open-minded and you go with the data, you go with the research. Okay, so with that open-mindedness, being neutral, you do your own experiments. That is important.
Are dreams anyway connected to meditation? Dreams.
Okay. Don't analyze your dreams. Dreams are connected to many things. Okay. Your suppressed emotions might come as dreams. Your unconscious fears might come as dreams. Your unfulfilled desires might come as dreams. Okay. Or there might be some astral travel which is necessary for your understanding that might come in your dreams. So many things. It depends on many factors. So you should not analyze the dreams. If you analyze the dreams, you get confused. Enjoy the dream, that's it. Raat gayi to baat gayi, finished. Dreams are gone. We are awake now. So let us focus on the wakefulness. Why bother about dreams? So that should be the attitude.
Okay. And my second question was with regarding to meditation. We have spoken, you said that, it's common to encounter physical discomfort while you're meditating. What about the other experiences which I have personally encountered when I've meditated? Twice I have felt foul smell, and once I have experienced. I was doing a full moon meditation with one of the masters, where I had closed my eyes and I saw a very ugly looking lady in the corner of my left eye looking at me and smiling, and I really got scared, and I just couldn't concentrate on my meditation after that. What kind of experience? How would you,
This is called metaphysical experiences. Metaphysical experiences are the experiences where it's of different frequency. It's not a physical frequency, it's of another frequency. So everything, it is very common. In meditation, you get metaphysical experiences. So that's perfectly fine. Go forward. Don't analyze. So you should not analyze three things. Don't analyze your dream. Don't analyze your dreams. Don't analyze your meditation experiences. And don't analyze your life experiences. Whatever happened in the past is past. Gatam Gatam.
It was
no
very scary. It was very scary.
I understand. All experiences, what you experience, everything to be divine experiences. You get all kind of experiences. But don't analyze. If you analyze, then you are wasting the time and you are going in the wrong direction. The more you analyze your dreams or your meditational experiences or your past life experiences, you are wasting your time, and that will lead you to greater confusion. So never analyze.
Right.
Always live in the present moment.
Yeah, no, it's just that I'm not analyzing, but that experience I still remember, and it was like
if there is no analysis, where is the question coming from? I'm saying don't be bothered.
It was very scary. That's the reason why I just brought it up.
Yes. Enjoy the scariness, madam. People buy the movie tickets to watch a scary movie, That's also an experience. Enjoy it. People they spend millions of dollars to produce scary movies. Jurassic Park, an animal is coming in as in a 3D movie, it's coming to eat you only on the screen. You go pay money to watch it. Enjoy the experience. Enjoy the experience and forget it. That's it.
Appo, deepo, bhava, आप कहते हैं
मैंने रेफरेंस किया बुद्धा का saying से
बुद्धा ने कहा और एट द सेम टाइम गीता में कृष्ण भगवान कहते हैं कि सरेंडर टू मी, अर्जुन को कहते हैं.
Yeah, he didn't say surrender to me. He said surrender to Mama. Okay, so surrender to the consciousness of me. Surrender to the Krishna consciousness, not Krishna.
So my question is, वो जैसे बुद्धा कहते हैं कि you have to do everything for yourself. No one can help you.
This is what Krishna also said. Yogi Bhava Arjuna, or else nobody will help you. I can also help you. Yogi Bhava, or else nobody will help you. Krishna also said the same thing. His first statement is, you close your mouth. You're speaking too much. You don't know anything about yourself. You're speaking too much. Yogi Bhava Arjuna. That is his first statement. Truth is the same, sir. Whether any master, he will speak the same truth. Truth cannot be different for different masters. It is the same. Krishna also emphasized being a yogi. Krishna never said, that is a misunderstanding, sir. The surrender means you surrender to the Krishna, the consciousness. He said, unless you reach the stage where I am, you will not understand anything. You will be stuck in this life and death. If you want to come out of it, you have to come to the stage where I am in. So he was referring to his consciousness. No master wants dependency. No master ever wants dependency. Every master wants everybody to be a master. So Krishna is a great master. He will never ever say anybody surrender to me. No, that is a misunderstanding of Gita.
I like the book I Am That from the Nisargadatta Maharaj. And when I am read it deeply for hours, I don't feel like doing meditation. How is it, sir? If I do meditation less and read more, or vice versa?
Everything should be in balance, sir. That is important. Everything should be in balance. Okay. You see, you read a lot. It is like a mixer grinder, You want to make a chutney. You want to make a delicious chutney, mint chutney. So what you do? You put all the ingredients. You put the mint and tomatoes and flavors and spices. You put everything in the mixie. But if you didn't turn on the motor, will you get chutney?
No.
Like that. When you read a lot of books, you get a lot of information. You get a lot of knowledge. But if the motor is not on, if meditation is not there, then the integration is not there. So only reading books will give you, you are just preparing the ingredients, but no chutney, no use. So the integration will not be there. The knowledge, simply acquiring knowledge is not going to help you. Okay. So with meditation, whatever the knowledge you have acquired through reading books, to listening to other people's experiences, whatever the knowledge you acquired through meditation, you are integrating in your life. It becomes your learning. Meditation is like the energy, the motor of the mixer grinder. Okay, it is important. You have to meditate. Along with meditation, read books. Only reading books doesn't take you anywhere. Only reading books, there is a misunderstanding. If there is no meditation, you cannot understand Bhagavad Gita. You will misunderstand Bhagavad Gita. When there is no meditation, you cannot understand Bible. You will misunderstand Jesus Christ. Only with meditation, the right understanding comes, because that is the energy, that is the motor. You use your inner motor to churn and absorb the pure distilled wisdom of that book. So without meditation, whatever the swadhyaya you do, you will misunderstand. It is bound to happen. Without Rajayoga, swadhyaya will be misunderstood. Swadhyaya means swa adhyaya, self-study. Swadhyaya means reading books. By reading books, you are studying yourself. So without Rajayoga, swadhyaya is not possible. The right understanding is not possible. Eventually, it will lead to misunderstanding. That's why the whole humanity is suffering, because there is no meditation. So meditation and reading books has to be in balance. Without meditation, there is a possibility of misunderstanding. With meditation, you will have the right understanding.
I was confused because in the book it is written, you are already that. What is the necessity of doing meditation?
Yes, you are already that, but to know that you are already that, you need Raja Yoga. It is true you are already that, but to know that you need to go through this, it is paradox. You are already that. It is true, but you have to do Raja Yoga to know you are already that. That is a paradox. Spirituality is full of paradoxes. Some Western authors specifically say that there is no karma. There is no karma. There are a lot of books in the Western masters they've written. There is no karma. Yes, there is no karma when you reach a nirguni. When you reach a nirguni, there is no karma. But until you reach nirguni, there is karma for you. So what is the truth? There is karma. At the same time, there is no karma. There is karma if you are a tamoguna, rajoguna, sattvika guna. There is karma. Because through that karma, you have to learn, you have to progress. So there is karma. But once you reach nirguni, there is no karma. It is like this. You are that you are. But to realize that you are, you have to do meditation.
Are phobias related to past life?
Phobias are related to your karmas. All your fears are related to your karmas, past life karmas.
How to overcome them?
Face it. Face the fears. Unless you face your fears, you will not come out of it. If you want to come out of any phobias, if you want to come out of any fears, you have to face it. Unless you face the fears, you cannot come out of the fears. And to face the fears is not an easy thing. Okay, you need a lot of energy. Yeah. You need a lot of strength. You need a lot of willpower. So energy, strength, willpower comes with the practice of meditation, mauna, mindfulness, reading books. You get all those things. So that becomes essential to come out of all your phobias.
You have to face it physically also?
You have to face it in every possible way. Face it one-to-one, directly.
Okay. And can they be cured by past life regressions?
No, madam. Phobias cannot be cured by past life regression unless you are a meditator. If you are a meditator, yes, past life regression can support you. If you are not a meditator, no regression can help you.
And one more question I had about that idol worship, which is going on from last, you're answering that. But still, like we do these rituals from long time. So now the question is coming, we worship whom? Who's God?
I'm asking you, madam, who is God? You being a God, you are worshipping a stone, an idol, a statue. So who are you worshipping to?
No, I had this confusion because like when we read the Vedas, like when you read Ramayana, even Lord Rama did puja of Lord Shiva.
Yes, you have seen, madam. You have seen it, is it? You opened your third eye and you saw Rama doing puja to Shiva, is it?
We are reading in the scriptures.
Or see, to read Ramayana, you need meditation. Without meditation, if you read Ramayana, you will misunderstand Rama. It is like this: if you don't know how to play football, how can you understand the greatness of a Pele? Okay, Maradona. How can you understand the greatness of Maradona if you don't know how to play football? If you don't know cricket, how can you understand the greatness of Sachin Tendulkar or Kapil Dev or Dhoni? So, unless you are a meditator, you cannot understand any master. Unless you meditate, you cannot understand Ramayana, Mahabharata, Quran, Bible. You cannot understand anything.
Yeah.
That is the fact.
So why are all these temples made then? So many temples.
See, our Hindu religion is not a religion, actually, right?
Mhm.
Because if you take any other religion, they have rules and regulations. They have got a book prescribed. They have a Bible, right? They have old commandments, new commandments, and then Quran is there. And then all those religions, they have books to say what to do, what not to, guidelines is there. That we call it as a religion.
Okay.
There is certain guidelines. But Hinduism is not a religion. It's a way of life. Hinduism is a very way of life. And in Hinduism, everything is experienced. Everything is lived as a representation, right? So in Hinduism, everything is considered God. They pray to trees. Trees are considered God. They pray to Tulsi. They do. So everything is considered as God. Animals, every God has an Vahana, right? The Vahana is an animal. So while you are praying to God, you are praying to the animal also. So animals are also considered God. In Hinduism, everything is seen God. Stone is a God, bird is a God, animal is a God, human is a God, everything is a God. So that's a way of life they lived. And they made a certain statues because you see, only in India they have temples, they have sex education in temples. Okay, if you go to Khajuraho or if you go to ancient temples, on the outer periphery of the temples, you see most of the temples on the outer periphery. Okay, there are exotic sculptures, right? If you go to Khajuraho, that's a sacred temple, and you will be wondered why they have created this in the outer, but it will be only in the outer.
Yeah.
Because that's the way of life. Don't get stuck. That's pictorially they are saying, don't get stuck with your physical pleasures. There is something deep inside which is much more. What you are going to experience in sex, that orgasm is only for a few seconds, but you go deep inside. It is 1,000 times. It is like, the inner is the fruit, the outer is the peel. The fruit is sweet, but the peel also has a certain sweetness. The peel absorbs the sweetness from the fruit. So it's a representation saying, don't get stuck with the peel. Enjoy the fruit. So in Hinduism, everything is a way of life, to understand the life. And every aspect, every practice you do is a journey to go inwards, right? So we say Namaskar. So what is this? What are you holding this hands for? When you're greeting a person, you're holding this hands and say Namaskar, Namaste. So what is this for? You say, I bow down to your soul because I see you as a soul. It's not your body. I know you are not the body. I know you are not the mind, but I bow down to the soul because you are a divine soul. I am a divine soul and you are also a divine soul. In every practice in this culture takes you inner. Okay. This is the way of life. They have made it certain practices. For example, they built beautiful temples, and all the temples are in a perfect alignment with all the, the air, the ether, the energy. And in all the temples, they have planted these medicinal plants. And because when you go round and round pradakshanas around the temple, then you get a lot of healing, natural healing. Your aura gets cleansed because of these medicinal plants. They made these statues as a representation. When you go to the Hanuman, if you go to Hindu temples, you'll get many statues are there. So you go, you bow down, when you see a Hanuman statue, you see that determination, confidence in you. Okay. When you see a Ganesha statue, you see that the wisdom in you. right? Every god represents a certain aspect. Every statue represents a certain aspect. So when you see that statue, you are recognizing that aspect in you, not in them. This is Hinduism. Every statue represents a certain aspect which is in you. So when you bow down to that statue, you are not praying. You say, okay, I bow down to that quality which is in me.
Okay.
Okay, and if you go to the ancient temples, all the temples are built for meditation. Okay, so there is a practice in Hinduism that when you go to the temple, you have to do pradakshanas, and after you do the pradakshanas, you have to sit silent for some time before you come out of the temple. That is the goal of going to the temple. You have to sit silent after doing the pradakshanas. And all the temples are built mostly on the hilltop.
Yeah.
Ancient ones. So Hinduism is a way of life which takes the human to go deep inner. Okay, but people don't understand it.
Okay.
If you are really practicing the Hinduism, that itself is enough to get enlightened. Okay. So for your question of ideal worship, who are you worshipping to? You can enjoy the beauty of the sculpture. Yes, sculptures are a beauty for the eyes. It is a feast for the eyes. You see a beautiful sculpture. That is the feast for our eyes. There is a beauty. But who are you bowing down to? You bow down to your own. Then you are a real Hindu. You bow down to your own Atma. You recognize the beauty of your own Atma. And you recognize the beauty of every Atma around you. Then you are a real Hindu.
But how to come and experience?
That's why Patanjali gave Rajayoga. That's why Buddha gave Anapanasati.
Okay.
You see, Shiva is always in a meditative posture. Shiva has become an Adi Yogi by doing meditation. Hanuman is Vayuputra. We call it Hanuman is Vayuputra. So Vayuputra means he's in meditation. Okay, we say Hanuman Chalisa. Chalisa means 40 days. Anything you do for 40 days, you'll see the benefits.
Okay.
Any experiment you do for 40 days, you come to know the truth. So meditation you do sincerely. See, again, this Chalisa has a very important significance. Hanuman Chalisa. Hanuman is Vayuputra, right? So 40 days, you don't know meditation. 40 days, you begin. So in the first 40 days, you observe the breath, your mind becomes empty. The first 40 days. You can do the experiment. In the beginning, a lot of chattering is there, but 40 days sincerely you do, the mind naturally becomes empty. So the second 40 days, another Chalisa, another Hanuman Chalisa, second 2.0. Again, you continue. The second 40 days, all your Nadi Mandala Shuddhi happens, the etheric cleansing happens. You do another, observing the breath of another 40 days. Then your third eye opens, you get a lot of metaphysical experiences. Okay. And another 40 days, your third eye becomes perfect. The perfection of the third eye happens, astral travel happens. Okay. So 40 plus 40 plus 40 plus 40. 160 days, Kel Katam, you are enlightened. You can do the experiment if you want. This is the significance of Hanuman Chalisa. Not repeating the mantra. Hanuman Chalisa means you have to be like Hanuman. Hanuman is a Vayuputra. So you have to be like Hanuman. Be with the breath. Then that will transform your life. This is Hanuman Chalisa.
I am into counseling and helping physically disabled, physically challenged people, in fact. So, counseling is empowering them.
Yeah.
In fact, so is it considered a physical in nature or is it a spiritual in nature?
Do you charge money, sir?
No.
Is that your?
It's a voluntary.
Okay, if you do voluntarily, that is service only. But you are counseling them and you are just counseling them, that is physical service. But along with counseling them, you are just teaching them meditation also, then it becomes spiritual service.
Oh, I have to add in meditation part.
You have to add in meditation in your counseling process, or else they come back to you again for another problem.
Yeah,
or if the same problem
normally
comes,
they have to come back till they are fully empowered.
You teach meditation. You teach meditation. Their dependency on you reduces.
Karma means, if I generally talk to common people, so karma, if I use the word, they feel uncomfortable.
So you don't like to use the word karma, use the word cause and effect. You don't use the word karma, don't use the word cause and effect, or as you sow, so you reap. Or in other words, if somebody is going through something, you say, hey, he's learning, yeah. Somebody is going through some lesson. Oh, he's learning. Great opportunity. Lucky fellow. He's going to learn something.
Now, I just wanted to know, in meditation, when the mind becomes empty and, there's the breath witnessing is not there. And then, sometimes I see some faces. Sometimes there's a repetition of faces. Now, these things, do I pay attention to it or just ignore it?
You have to put all your attention there. Whenever you see some faces, put all your attention there. And then you have to question, hey, who are you? Why did you come into my meditation? Why are you here? You have to question. So, unless you question, what benefit you have by seeing that face? So, if you see some faces, don't leave that person. Catch hold of that person. Say, how dare you come into my meditation? Since you have come to my meditation, you better answer all my questions. Who are you? Where did you come from? What is your teachings? So catch hold of him.
Oh, achha, okay, that's a revelation for me, that I must do this, because it's been happening. And sometimes it's different faces. But I don't try to force myself to get back to witnessing the breath at that time, no?
Doesn't matter. See, when that old fellow or any face, when it leaves, when the experience goes away, then you come back to the breath. In meditation, whenever you're going through some metaphysical experiences, enjoy that experience. Focus on that experiences. And once the experience will not be there forever. The experience will come and experience will go. Once the experience goes away, then you come back to the breath.
Okay. And this witnessing is being done by Atman.
Witnessing is the very quality of the soul.
Yeah. So it is Atman doing it.
Yes.
Another question that I have is that, when we are doing this silence and fasting and fruits and juices, can we take milk or curd or green tea?
Milk is generally not recommended because the proteins in the milk, it takes longer time, it takes more energy to break down. But fermented, like buttermilk, is okay, you can take.
Thank you very much. These are my questions. Thank you. Thank you so much for telling me that I must get into this, ask questions. Because it's been...
If you don't ask question, how do you know whether the person who has come is a really enlightened master or a stupid fellow? So how do you know? So you have to catch hold of him and ask questions.
Tell me why are you here? What do you have to tell me or something like that?
Yes. I say, how dare you come? You better tell me. Who are you? Reveal yourself.
Like that? How dare you come?
That should be the attitude. That should be the attitude, right? So when you have this kind of attitude, low frequency beings will not come to you. Only higher masters will come to you.
I want to ask about the people who commit suicide. Do they keep on doing it every time they take birth?
Yes. Suicide comes as a baggage, right? See, you have to understand, suicide is the only thing which comes as a failure in the soul evolution. Okay. Whatever is your life, whatever the challenges in your life, whatever you go through, you consider that you are a greatest failure, but still for the soul, it is a progress. You might have gone through so many failure things on this planet Earth in this physical life, or you have gone through so many ugly things on the planet Earth, but for the soul, it is still progressing because everything is an experience for the soul. The soul is constantly progressing. There is a spiritual law, like we have law of karma, law of reincarnation. We have a spiritual law called law of constant progression. That is a spiritual law. So which says the soul always progresses forward, whether it is a positive experience, negative experience. Even if the soul has taken birth and not done anything, the soul is so lethargic, the soul has wasted its lifetime not doing anything. Even then the soul progresses because the soul has experienced what it is to be lazy and lethargic the whole lifetime. So everything adds to the soul progress. So this is a law of constant progression. But the only exception is suicide. If a soul commits suicide, that means it's a failure. The soul is stuck there. So at whatever the level the soul is stuck. And the suicide is a great karmic baggage. And every subsequent lifetimes, they will go through this karmic baggage. They will have these suicidal thoughts. Until they learn the lesson not to commit suicide, they have to take so many lifetimes. In all the lifetimes, they are stuck until they learn that lesson. So suicide is the only failure in the soul evolution, or else everything else is a positive experience. Everything else is a soul, everything else contributes to the soul progress except suicide. And almost every soul who commits suicide, immediately they regret. Immediately they regret. And in the higher worlds, nobody appreciates it. So if somebody is having suicidal thoughts, it is important we educate them. You explain them about law of progression, law of karma, spiritual laws. We have to do our part, right? Because if a soul is committed suicide, for subsequent lifetimes, the soul is stuck in that level.
What happens to their children? Do they show the same trend?
No, it's all individual. It's all individual. So if one person is having the karma of the suicide, it doesn't mean the children also should have the same karma.
Now, Raj Yoga is a separate practice, or Vipasana itself is a Raj Yoga?
Rajayoga means you are with your normal, natural, peaceful, simple, tranquil breath. You are with your Sukha, you are in Sukhasana and Sukha Pranayama. That is Rajayoga. You are sitting comfortably and observing your natural breath. That is Rajayoga. And when you ask about Vipasana, there is a great misunderstanding about Vipasana. Okay. So what they actually do in Vipasana is not Vipasana. It is Kayanupasana. Okay. So first, Anapanasati, right? You observe the breath. You observe the breath, natural breath. That is Anapanasati. In Vipasana, they begin with Anapanasati. Okay. But later on, they ask you to focus on the energy movements in the body. That is where they are doing the mistake. That is not Vipasana, that is Kayanupasana. Kaya means body. Kayanupasana means the energy flow in the body. There are subtle energy flows. When you do meditation, there are a lot of energy movements in your Nadi Mandala, in your etheric body. So that is the second stage. The first stage is Anapana. The second stage is Kayanupasana. Kaya means body. Kayanupasana means you are witnessing the changes in the body. You're going through you're witnessing the energies in the body. That is Kayanupasana. And after all the etheric cleansing happens, then Vipasana happens. Vipasana is opening your third eye. And third eye perfection is Vipasana. So when you're observing when you're doing Anapanasati, you get thoughts. So you come back to the breath. Again, you enter the second stage, Kayanupasana. So in the Kayanupasana, you feel a lot of energy movements. So you are witnessing the breath and you are also witnessing the energy movements in the body. Your body goes through a lot of changes, energy changes, energetic realignment will happen. So as you are witnessing the breath, you are witnessing all the changes in your body. You are witnessing the pain, you are witnessing the kundalini, you are witnessing everything. And when all this Nadi Mandala Shuddhi happens, then the Vipasana happens. So for that, again, you have to come back to the breath. But what is happening in the so-called Vipasana practices, centers, what is happening is they are stuck in the body level consciousness. So that's why no enlightenment. So if you go to any Vipasana, there is silence and there is detox and there is meditation. So in Vipasana, there is a lot of healing is there. In Vipasana, there is healing, but 0 cases of enlightenment.
Okay.
In Vipasana, there is 0 cases of enlightenment because they are stuck on the body level. Because they misunderstand Kayanupasana as Vipasana.
So, sir, just by doing Anapanasati, it is Raj Yoga, you mean to say?
That's all.
Okay. That's it. That's what my question was. Thank you.
Yes. And the real Vipasana is not to be stuck in your body level, but to come back to the breath, to go beyond the body, to go beyond the mind, to go beyond the intellect. That is Vipasana. And that happens only through observing the natural breath. So you have to do the first step. Observe the natural breath. That will take you to Vipasana very naturally. Don't get stuck anywhere. Come back to the breath. You will have many experiences. Don't get stuck there. You will have many body experiences. Don't get stuck there. Come back to the breath. You will have many third eye visions, many metaphysical experiences. Don't get stuck there. Come back to the breath. You will have many astral experiences. Don't get stuck there. Come back to the breath. Enjoy the experience. Come back to the breath. Then enlightenment happens.
Can we replace the reading book with the audio books? That is more convenient.
Can you replace reading books with audiobooks? Yes.
Oh, that's good. I could then that way I can read more books. And I have one more quick question. I don't know if it's related to this. from very long time, even from my childhood, sometime once in a month or a week, I feel when I'm in a moment, I feel like I'm repeating this moment. I don't know why. I can't explain. Then I came to know it's called deja vu. What is that? I have...
Deja vu is something like you have a certain memory that you have been to that place and you already have certain familiarity with the place or people. So when you meet again, there is this inner knowing that I already know this, I already have this experience.
Yeah.
So that is called deja vu. Okay, so that might come from your past life experiences or it might be your soul planning memory.
Yeah, I'm doing this meditation, Vipasana, from last 4 years, and I have seen lot of glimpse of past life, which nobody believes, but I know, because they was so realistic. They says it was too early for you to know all about these things because you have to do sadhana.
Those people conducting Vipasana classes, their beginning is correct, their starting is correct, but the finishing is wrong.
That was not my play of my mind. So
No, of course, it is not your play of your mind. You are right.
Okay. So that was not my mind's trick or anything. What I have seen, what I have
what you have experienced is definitely not your mind. But if you want to learn lessons, you have to be in the present moment. Unless you are in the present moment, you cannot learn any experiences from the past.
Okay. Sir, my problem is that I have got some relations which are not very comfortable, and I'm going by that just because of social norms. And in order to fulfill those expectations, somewhere I feel my meditation gets disturbed, and they do disturb my peace of mind. Now, what do I do? If I continue as per social norms, I have to. If I don't, if I do, then it disturbs my peace of mind. What do I do?
You have to have priority. First, you have to follow your swadharma. Okay. Before you follow paradharma, before you follow the paradharma, you have to follow the swadharma. That is the that is the order. First swadharma, then paradharma. So you have to follow what is priority for your soul evolution. That goes your first priority. And after that, the second priority is all the family obligations, social obligations. But the first priority is swadharma. You take care of yourself, the respect comes from yourself. You don't take care of your self-respect. Okay, respect comes naturally from yourself. When you take care of yourself, then the respect comes naturally. Then the self-respect comes naturally. Respect is from the self. Respect you cannot take care, but you take care of the self. Then you respect yourself very naturally.
If there is an issue, any issue in the body, let's say glaucoma or anything, and without seeing the issue in my past life, can I just think of it and put an intention and heal it myself, or no?
Why you want to go to your past life? Why you want to see your?
No, that's what I'm saying. I haven't seen and I'm not able to see that, but something has happened in the past life. So thinking of that, can I just heal myself, heal my karma, whatever has created any particular issue in the body?
See, spirituality means to be in the present moment, because only this moment is real. Past is an illusion. So never focus on what happened in the past and how do I heal. Don't focus on that. Focus on the present moment. This is spirituality. This moment is your real. This moment is in your hands. The past is not in your hands. The future is uncertain.
Right.
So only this moment is real. So be in this moment. In this moment, breath is happening. Do meditation. You are doing the right thing. This moment, you can do anything. So our focus should be, see, we might have done so many past things. We might have done so many bad karmas, or we might have done so many ugly things in the past. But who cares? We don't care about the past. Past is past. But the results of the past is in the present. If I'm happy today, that means I would have done good things in the past. That's why I'm happy today. If I'm suffering, if I'm having a lot of physical problems, so that means I would have done something bad in the past. So the results of the past are in the present. So what you do in the present, the consequences will be in the future. So you just understand the past manifests as present. So focus on the present. You are not happy today, you are having physical problems, you are having emotional, psychological problems. You understand that is from the past, but don't focus on the past, focus on the present. What should I do this moment so that I can be happy? What should I do this moment so that I can be healthy? What should I do this moment so that I can enjoy my life? So focus on the present.
Can I heal myself without seeing my past life? That was my question.
That's my answer. My answer is precisely that. Yes, you can. You don't need to. You see, if you are so aware in the present moment, and if you are so willing to learn the lessons and take this present moment, use the present moment to transform yourself,
right,
you don't need any past life references. But some people, they need a little bit of spoon feeding because they are repeating the same mistake many lifetimes. They're little bondu. So that's why they have to see the past life so that they can learn the lessons.
Okay.
But smart people, intelligent people, they can learn from the present moment. They don't need to go to the past.
Sir, the categories of Yoga Parampara you explained yesterday, how can I recognize where I am? Like if in the subcategories you have told under Yoga Parampara and in Rajayoga and Dhyana Yoga, if I think that I have experienced something from there, but I am seeing something I am doing from Dhyana Yoga, I'm very confused exactly how I'm progressing and where I am.
See, that Yoga Parampara is there to give you a certain understanding at where you are and what you should do to progress next. So, for example, if you are in the Karma Yoga, Part 1, so you are doing only physical service. So that is an indication that, okay, along with physical service, you better start Raja Yoga, because in the steps, in the sequence of steps, Raja Yoga comes after Karma Yoga Part 1. Okay. So then you have to focus on meditation. Suppose you are already doing meditation. You are already doing meditation. Then your focus should be on Jnana Yoga Part 2. So that means go deep into meditation. Go deep into meditation. Okay, and then understand from your own experiences. Jnana Yoga. Read books and use your meditation energy to understand the books. Okay. Suppose if you're in service, again there are many subcategories. How are you doing the service? Are you okay? You are doing good karma, but are you expecting any name and fame? Are you expecting any acknowledgement? If you're expecting, then drop it. Go to the next level. Do it without any expectations. Okay, so you are already doing, but you are not having any expectations also. So go to the next level. Do it as a witness consciousness, as if that it is happening through me. I am not doing it. So at whatever you are doing it, so it's a guidance that what you should do next. That is the Yoga Parampara. Those are the steps. First, you have to understand where you are at this moment, so that you see your life pattern. Do the pattern analysis. What kind of patterns you have? What kind of thoughts you have? What kind of words you speak? What kind of actions you do in your life? You see the pattern. From that, you analyze where you are. So you go to the next.
So, like there is in Raja Yoga, you said that we are doing meditation. I am doing meditation, but you said that we are experiencing third eye, astral travel. If I'm not experiencing all that, but in the like Dhyana Yoga, you said we implement the teachings, we understand the inner teachings. So I'm doing something from here also, but I'm not experiencing astral travel and all these things.
That is fine. That means you don't need that experiences. See, if you're already a meditator in your past life, you already gone through those experiences, you will not get the experiences again. Once you have gone through those experiences, you will not get the same experiences again. You will get new experiences. And the truth is, once you are done with all metaphysical experiences, this is a misunderstanding. Some people have this misunderstanding. They have metaphysical experiences. That means they are great meditator. But the truth is, only when you go beyond all the experiences, once all your experiences are done and you have no more experiences and you only have common sense, your common sense is very high, and you have a lot of practical experiences, like how to speak, how not to speak, right? How to deal with the people, how to have good relationships with the people, how to enjoy the life. These are all practical experiences. So this comes after all the physical experiences are gone. So this is the higher state. Okay, if you are not having experiences, don't be worried. Maybe you don't need it. It's all finished in the past life. You are an evolved soul, so don't worry about it.
So like you said, we are learning and understanding the teachings. So like yesterday you were telling about all these karma yogas, yeah, Raja yogas. I had good amount of sleep, but I was feeling drowsy while I was listening. Even I was writing, I was understanding, but I was feeling drowsy. Is it because like I am grasping it, or is it because I'm not in the level consciousness to understand?
It is going deep inside you. That's why you are feeling little. That's why you are feeling little sleepy. So that is the way it is. Sometimes you read the books, or sometimes you listen to some masters. You feel little sleepy, dozing. So that means all your outer senses are shutting off, and your inner senses are absorbing it. So that is a natural state of affair. You have to read multiple times. You have to read the books many times. You have to listen to the truth many times. Then only it goes deep inside you. The first time you feel little drowsy, no problem. The second time you listen again. The third time you listen again. That's the way it is.
I just wanted to ask, what role does forgiveness play in neutralizing karmas? And can we not ask for forgiveness from any souls that we have ever hurt in any lifetime? Would that not help resolve some karmic?
Asking for forgiveness not for the sake of others. You are asking forgiveness for your own evolution. Unless you forgive yourself, you cannot be peaceful. So forgiveness, you are not forgiving another person, not for the sake of another person, but you are forgiving for the sake of your own peace, your own happiness. If you are having vengeance and anger, then you are suffering. So to come out of your own suffering, you forgive another person. Okay, so forgiveness primarily is for your own self. Point number one. Point number two, you don't need to ask forgiveness. Suppose you have done some mistake. You don't need to go and ask forgiveness to another person. Astrally, physically, yes, you have done some mistake. Yes, go and apologize. Please forgive me. I learned my lesson. That is okay. But you don't need to get into the guilt consciousness of going and connecting to the soul and asking for forgiveness in the astral worlds. No need. Learn the lesson. When you learn the lesson, you regret. That's enough. So forgiving yourself is more important than asking for forgiveness. Yes, if the person is physically there, you ask forgiveness. But if the person is physically not there, you don't need to use the GPS where he is and connect to his Atma and then ask forgiveness. All those things are not necessary. Forgive yourself, learn the lessons, and understand everybody does mistakes. You should not have guilt. That is very important. When you're going through this forgiveness exercise, you should never have guilt. You have to understand everybody does mistakes, and every soul does mistakes, and every soul learn the lessons through the mistakes. Just simply don't repeat the mistake. Learn the lesson and don't repeat the mistake. Then there is no place for the guilt. Then you will have gratitude for the same mistake you have done. Because of that mistake, you have learned something. So forgiving yourself and not having guilt is very important. And you are forgiving for your own self, your own evolution, not for the others.
In an accident, my brother became paralyzed. Can he do the meditation in lying position?
Yes. For the people who have medical condition, they can lie down. Only for the people who have medical condition, they can lie down and still just observe the breath. That's all.
Sir, actually, my problem is that I was not able to get along with anybody all my life. So since past 10 years, I worked on myself, got into meditation and a lot of other things. So is it okay to stay like that?
Of course, it's okay. You be happy with yourself. That is more important.
Because now I realize that the people who don't get along, they have certain selfish intentions. So
you are not bothered about others' opinion. You are not bothered about others, what they think. But your concern should be you. Are you happy? Are you happy in life? Are you peaceful in life? So your concern should be about you.
So like why I'm gathered in the, in my maternal side, all the people are like that, whom I cannot get along. On the in-law side, I am fine.
See, this is such a funny question you are asking. You have planned, you have chosen your parents, and you have chosen your in-laws, and you have chosen your husband, and you have chosen all the challenges, and you have designed all the challenges in your life before you are born. You did such a perfect architecture and blueprint, the soul blueprint planning you have done. And you are asking me, why did I do?
I am confused with that, but somehow, like, is it okay? I feel guilt that, why something is wrong with me. I'm not doing something better. I'm not sure.
Yes. Before meditation, everybody is not sure. That's why you need meditation. The more you do meditation, the more you understand why you have planned that way, why you have chosen certain challenges. So this clarity comes only with meditation. So do meditation, madam.
So is it necessary that meditators get along with everybody in their life and people like them always?
Naturally, when meditators don't get along, everybody likes meditators. If you are a meditator, then that means you are full of energy, you are full of joy. Everybody wants friendship with happy people, Nobody wants friendship with sad people.
Right.
So if you are a meditator, naturally you are vibrating with more energy. You are happy for no reason. You are happy, and you have no expectations with anybody. You are simply happy by yourself. So if you have no expectations and if you are a happy person, then everybody want your friendship. Okay, so do more meditation.
Yeah.
If you do more meditation, then everybody wants to have friendship with you.